Hey guys, Dr. Ben here at the Functional Medicine Center, and welcome. Hope you're having a great start to your week. And I'm going to go over today the top 5 things you can do today to start helping your thyroid work better, to help your body work better so that it takes stress off the thyroid. Again, here at the Functional Medicine Center, I am in Fort Collins. We have an office in Phoenix, Arizona as well. And our focus is to get to the underlying why. I don't want to just give you an herb. I just don't want to give you iodine or any type of supplement to help your thyroid. I want to take the stress off of it and give your body that ability to heal. So here we go. Number 1, we're going to avoid gluten. A lot of people have heard of gluten. It's found in wheat, oats, barley, rye, spelt, and it is probably the number 1 food allergy out there that causes issues with the thyroid. A couple different things. 1, it's going to contribute to leaky gut. It's going to damage that small intestine lining, that barrier system that keeps things out. Number 2, it's going to look so much similar to the thyroid gland, especially in people that have Hashimoto's, the autoimmune part of the thyroid that we've talked about. If you haven't read about that, check some of our previous videos. But it looks almost identical to the thyroid, and so every time somebody eats gluten, it will stimulate an attack on the thyroid as well. And the problem is that this can drive for up to 6 months, this autoimmune reaction. So we've got to take that massive step to get it out of our diet, not just today, not just tomorrow, but for the duration. If somebody comes in with Hashimoto's, I don't care whether they test positive in a food allergy test or not, we've got to get gluten out. And then on that note, on number 2, we're going to jump into identify other food sensitivities. And so that gut lining, that small intestine lining is going to be damaged, and we end up getting leaky gut. And it can be all sorts of things. It can be nightshades, it can be dairy, it can be corn, soy, eggs, all these different things. It's going to damage the small intestine lining. We're not going to be able to prevent it and have that barrier system. Those particles are going to get into the bloodstream, create this inflammatory cascade, and we're going to stimulate that autoimmune. Almost every single autoimmune person out there has leaky gut. We've got to deal with that gut lining. Number 3, and we see this all the time, and why we do a brain map with our patients and why we do neurofeedback with our patients, is we need to improve our stress resiliency, calm down that stress response. Why? Because if somebody is in a fight or flight pattern, they are not going to be able to fight off and deal with everything. It's going to rev up that immune response. It's going to get it to that place where it's going to be attacking things left and right. We see this in almost every single autoimmune patient that we have. Their alpha, their relaxed meditative wave is really, really high. So they can't get into that relaxed state. They can't calm down. They're constantly thinking, worrying, all these things. And that is continually putting that stress, dropping the hammer onto that immune system. And it's going to rev up and attack, and eventually destroy its own tissue. So you also need to get the right test. So number 4, you need to get the right test. Not just TSH, thyroid stimulating hormone, that's a pituitary hormone. You've also got to get your T3 and your T4. And not just your total or your free, but both. Total T3, total T4, free T3, free T4, your TSH. You have to look at the antibodies, the thyroid peroxidase and the thyroglobulin. Those are going to tell you about Hashimoto's. Do you have Hashimoto's? Is your immune system attacking your own thyroid? Is your immune system attacking the bus that transports thyroid around the body? You could have all the thyroid hormone in the world, but if you're attacking your own thyroid transportation system, you're not going to get it there like you need to. So you can't just double or triple the amount of levothyroxine you're taking. Number 1 best-selling drug in this country. Over 20 million people are taking levothyroxine. So you've got to get the right test. You've got to figure out exactly what's going on in the body, and not just for the thyroid, but everything else. That's why we do over 50 different markers in our blood panels. And if you need to do food allergy tests, or you need to do gut tests, whatever it is necessary, you need to figure out that information. And then number 5, we've talked a lot about this in the past. Check out some of our other videos. Check out my book, Blood Sugar Doesn't Lie. And we talk about balancing the blood sugar. We've got to balance the blood sugar. If somebody has autoimmune going on, Every time that blood sugar spikes up and drops down, it's going to rev up that immune response and we're going to destroy more tissue. You've got to balance out that blood sugar. It's going to help your energy. It's going to keep your inflammation down. It's going to take stress off that thyroid so that it can heal and that it can function better. So top 5 things that you can do right now to help your thyroid. Avoid gluten, identify other food sensitivities. We use elimination diets to do these. Improve your stress response, yoga, relaxation techniques, breathing techniques, all these things to calm down that fight or flight pattern. Get the right tests. If you don't know what they are, shoot us a message and we'll get you a list of everything you want to get tested. Balance the blood sugar. You need to make sure that blood sugar continuously throughout the day, 85 to 110 all day long. If you have any specific questions, drop them down below. Otherwise, if you ever want to do a consultation or know someone that's dealing with thyroid issues, I love to talk with people about what they have going on, and we work with patients all over the country, all over the world. If you are having thyroid issues, drop us a line and we can help you with that. Make it a great day, everybody.